Hello friends, how are you this evening? It's Krista Hershberger with Krista's Crafty, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I wanted to come today and share with you how I get, when I get a new stamp set and a new die set, how do I put them together? And so that's what I am going to, how do I store them? How do I put them together? And so I'm going to do that for you right now today. I'm using the mixed media florals, okay? And it is a lovely set that I haven't played much with yet. I did use the dies in this set, but I haven't used any of these stamps. And so, first of all, you may notice these are both how the stamps come in the DVD cases. If you're not familiar with Stampin' Up, I thought we'd kind of go back to the basics tonight to talk about some of these things. But notice that these are two stamp sets. One is a photopolymer stamp set and one is a cling stamp set. So I am going to show you how to do these as well. Photopolymer is a clear, and it comes with two sets of clear protectors, a thin one on the back and a thicker one on the front. The inside has the reverse image stamped on here, so you could take these off of here and lay them on there to store them. However, this one would be fine. I could do that with. However, sometimes when there's words, and let me grab one, like this current one here, the Hearts of Elegance, when there's words, it's hard for me to calculate and see how they look. This is how it would look. And while I can turn to the front, okay, and see what they say, I like to have them as real life. So one of the first things I do, especially when there's words in a photopolymer stamp set, is I throw away that, and this is the one we're talking about tonight, but this is an example. I throw away the thinner piece of this, or actually hang on to that. You can use it. It's a great inking technique. You can use that. And keep the thicker one. And then I pull out a 5x7. I just cut down a 5x7 of white willow and stick that in. I love these cases. Can you see the DVD case here? I stick it in. I stamp it in a color, stick it in here, and then, ta-da, my stamps will match, and I know exactly what they say. And so that's how I tend to do my photopolymer stamps. Now, there is a die set that comes with this. Close to my Stampin' Up packages very well, and each die set comes inside a clear bag. Don't throw this away, my friends. These are handy dandy, and I'll show you what I use them for. But the mixed floral dies that this came, I purchased the bundle. You know, when you purchase a bundle in its first release, you save 10%, so I always want to do that. And you see in this case, there's actually a bunch of dies here. They are attached on a piece of cardboard, and that doesn't work the best for me. So what I do is I save these for future use, and I have purchased from Amazon a whole pack of 5x7 magnets, okay? And what I do is grab my big ATG gun, and there's more than one on here, I think. Yes, there is. See that? They're very nice and thin, but they hold well. And what I do is add this to the inside of this stamp case, and it is, and I'll adhere this in there. And then I will take those items off the cardboard, the metal dies, and store them right here. Now, if I have too many, and let's see how these fit. You want to be careful to take them off. The tape is very sticky. But I know some of you have been asking me, how am I storing my things? And I thought this might be helpful. So that's where this came from. So then I will throw this away. They're sticky on here. But we will see here if I can get all of these on. If not, I'll show you what I do. And maybe I'm going to take all these little pieces. This is one thing I love. So do you see this? There's two of the same of the little ones there. These shapes, two shapes that are the same, two shapes. You know what those shapes are? Look at the stamp. Those adorable ladybugs. I love it. I love it. And so I'm going to peel those off, and I'm actually going to peel them so they stay together. And I know that. But this Mixed Media Florals was an online only, so you may have missed it. It didn't come out in any of the catalog releases, but it's something that you're going to see online only, okay? And so that works well here. So I do have this left. What I will do is I have a junky scissors that I'm just going to grab and cut. And I will just stick this right inside there. And that will stay like that. I have done that with a few of them. It works well. You could even turn it backwards like this. But then what I will do on the inside here is just like I did with my heart one, where I will stamp a piece of 5x7 paper and stick that in there. And then this will go directly on top of that. Okay. So that is how I store mine. And then I store my sets. Oh, and then I'm going to keep this too. This is the McFloral dies. I probably wouldn't need to keep it, but it has the item number there. So just because I'm still learning how I want to organize things, I'm going to stick it. Can you see? I'm just going to stick it in the case here, behind here on the outside of the back, because that just shows you how to adhere your stamps. I'm just going to slide that on the back there. Then I know that it's a bundle with that. Does that make sense? So when I stamp, and maybe I'll do it quick. When I stamp this, let me show you what I do. I'm going to peel off this thin sheet. You can save that or keep it. Here's this bag. I am going to keep that bag. This is what the dies came in. And I have a 5x7 piece of paper, and this is not technical stamping at all, okay? But I'm going to grab any color, and in this case, it looks like I grabbed Petunia Pop. And so we're going to just leave everything on here. These rinse and wash really well. And I am literally, now I could have seasoned my stamps a little bit, because that I have never stamped these yet. So these are brand new. So they're probably going to look bubbly, but that's okay, because it's not anything professional. It's just that I want to see the image. And like I said, it wouldn't matter as much with this one, but especially when there's words, I want to be able to see what the words say. And so you see what I'm doing here? And it doesn't matter what you do with that, right? And then I'm just going to peel it off. Yay, yay. And then, so you can see it did not stamp well at all, but that's okay. I'm just going to stick that here because, and this would make a world of difference if there were words. But now what I'm going to do is, here's my stamp chamois. I love keeping the stamp chamois in the extra. You can buy these cases, and they are amazing because it actually keeps it moist a long time. I didn't even re-wet this today from yesterday's crafting. So it just stayed moist in there, but yet it doesn't stay too moist that it would mold or anything, which is really, really cool. So I'm just going to wipe that off, stick this back in the case. And then what I can do is keep this big piece, the thicker piece, sorry, of the clear, and I can just lay that on there and it's all set to go. But then I can see exactly what stamps I need. How cool is that? Now I will show you, so I would do the same thing with this set as well. I wanted to show you the inside of this because there's beautiful labels, but these are cling labels. And I know this is basic for some of you. If you've been with Stampin' Up, you know what the difference is with cling and photopolymer. But I know a bunch of us that are newer to Stampin' Up are still learning. And so the cling stamps, they are not see-through. They are actually the red rubber, which I'm told has a better image. I'm still learning or figuring. And so I'll show you how I did this, but stickers come in here. And I'm going to show you how easy it is. And then they just cling to the back of the case, and then you can see exactly the size of what it is once it's in the case. Does that make sense? So, for example, now see if I can do it correctly here. I'm going to do, let me grab this. There is, you can see all of these here. On the one side, can you see there is a split in the middle of all these? So I'm just going to pull that split off the backing, and that makes this sticker now sticky. And it says, "You're pretty," and I'm not sure exactly. I need to get it around, but I know it's this one right here. So I'm just going to punch this out. Okay. And then on this piece, there is a backing on here too. And so you can use your take a pick tool or something. It's not really sticky, but it's just, you need to take this off, because how I found it works best then is I am going to, and I think you can see this. Let me just zoom in. What I do is I line up, and it will stick right away. So I don't want to press until I'm sure, but line it up. You can feel the groove. Do you know what I mean? That cutout, you can feel a little bit of the groove. And so then I stuck that on there, and look at this. "You're pretty wonderful." That's what it says. And then "I am set to go," and that gets stuck on there. And I do like how the red cling stamp. I know it probably wouldn't be my first choice, because I love the photopolymer and how you can see everything right through it. But they do stamp really nice. And so here's the just a note to let you know you're on my mind. And so remember, I need to take this piece off. Ta-da! And now I'm going to feel where those grooves are so the sticker gets on correct. Press it down really good, and then peel it up, and it's on there. So it's really simple to do, but the cling ones, if you always, you know, if you're looking for a certain one, you're going to look and decide if you want the cling or if you want the regular one. I wanted to show you the Mixed Labels dies, because when you look at the set, you think, oh, there's probably one die. It's just the banner, right? But look at this set. It is, da-da-da, look at all these dies. So this is kind of a fun one. Isn't that neat? Just to give a little bit of texture. Of course, the banner is there, but then look at these beautiful. There's actually 3 of them, and the stitching on those are lovely. And you even get a fun little leaf that you could cut anything out of. So I love Stampin' Up! Dies. They are so much more than the stamp set. Sometimes I will actually even just purchase the dies. This could be one that you might just want to purchase the dies if you don't think you'd like the stamp. But remember, in their debut, this stamp, this is the Mixed Labels, and when you buy it as a bundle, you save 10%. But of course, you can purchase them separately as well, and so keep that in mind as well. But this, again, I will glue one of these magnet sheets inside of here, and I'll stick those dies in there, and then it will be less to remember, and I'll have all of these together, and we'll go from there. So let me show you. So that's, any questions, give me a shout. I will come back and answer them if you are watching the replay. But let me show you some of the other parts of the Mixed Media Florals collection. So we saw the 2 stamps because I think it's beautiful, and it was hidden. The papers that coordinate with this are called Mixed Media Florals. There you go. And let me show you those, because they are really pretty. And isn't it neat how these coordinate with this as well? And so you've got front, and remember, everything's front and back, and I think I have them switched already. I do. Front and back. Look at that pretty watercolor. Am I back far enough? Let's go back a little bit more. And I'm trying to keep the glare out of there for you. And here we go. This is front and back. Aren't they pretty? So they are like watercolor looking. We've got the front and back. Oops. You saw that coming, right? Keep Take note of these patterns because I'm going to show you another coordinating product, and it's so neat how they tied these patterns in. Front and back. We've got front and back. I like this one. And then we have front and back. Imagine coloring this with markers. If you don't like the black and white, you could totally add color. Okay, so that is the Mixed Media Florals 12 by 12 papers. Now, coordinating with that are, check this out. I feel these are hidden. These are in the catalog. Mixed Media Florals Memories and More card pack. What they are, if those of you are familiar with Close to My Heart, we would have had what we call PML cards, Picture My Life cards. And friends, this is that and more. I'll show you what the more is. So you receive, and let me see if it tells me, there's a total of 54, and I'm not sure what the breakdown is, but 54 cards. Actually, it could be 50 because you've got 4x3, 4x6. You also have sheets of stickers in the back, and you get 2 each. I already used 2 sheets. 2 each of these. Look at these fun stickers, and they coordinate so well with the stamp, of course, and the paper. And look at these fun sayings. Heartfelt thanks, happy birthday, just a note to let you know I'm thinking of you. Wouldn't these be great to add to a card? So again, similar to how Close to My Hearts were, you've got front and back where it has a pattern in this case and then words. So not the same words. And I really like that. Again, maybe it's a journaling box with them, but aren't they pretty? Here we go. You are loved. And this matches perfectly with that paper, but then you have that back. You can choose or use both of the front. But I thought these were beautiful, and these are the 4x6. How easy is that to create a card front, right? I actually did that, and I forgot to bring the cards down, so I'll have to do that as another post. But how beautiful is that? So there's 4x6, and there could be more. This pack was open, so I know I've been using them. So I'm not quite sure if this is the complete collection. Well, I know it's not because I used 2 of the stickers for sure. But look at these. So this is the same front and back. So much love. Hello there. Aren't they pretty? Which one's your favorite? Tell me. But I love, love, love. Good times. There, let's turn them around. What an adventure. We've got beautiful things. Look, this matches that paper. Again, you could use your markers and color this in or use the colored on the back. But there's so many options. And I see so many great card fronts here as well. But these are perfect for my scrapbook friends, right? Pop these in as a little extra embellishment. Maybe write your journaling on here just to give some beautiful accents. There's adorable ladybugs, right? And you can see, look, all ladybugs. Oh, they're so fun, so fun. And you can see the variety that you have here. So it will last you a long way. And I have to show you on here too. I just remembered, look at the stickers of the tiny ladybugs. These are so fun to pop up with our 3D dimensionals as well. So there's just 2 more things and I'll show you that. The other 2 things that coordinate with this suite are these gorgeous dots. They're called low profile dots. Okay. And look at them. They are beautiful. They are very, can you see how thin they are? They barely are up high at all, but they're just a little bit of beauty. And then also this, look at this large embossing folder. It's plaster painting 3D embossing folder. Look at that large size. And here's a portion of it. I used some of it, but can you see the texture on there? And it is called Plaster Painting 3D. So I hope that was helpful to you. And maybe you got a sneak peek of something that you may not have noticed before, because I think this one was kind of hidden there for a little bit. Thanks for joining me. Any questions, give me a shout. Happy to answer any questions, or feel free to comment below. Thanks, friends. Have a great night. We'll see ya. Bye.